Good morning, or good afternoon should I say. Down here a little bit late today, it's 12:30 now, because we had to go and have our flu jabs, and then we had to go shopping for the mother-in-law and the aunt, and now the missus has had to go out to take her mum for a hospital appointment, so I've come down here. But yeah, today with this, I want to see if I can get the bass on, and then because once I've got everything inside it, it's a bit hard to get to the nuts. I know I've still got the bezel and that little indicator to do, but I want to get the base and the back on just to see what it looks like, and if I don't get it fully hooked up today, hopefully I'll be able to get that done for tomorrow, because the Christmas is approaching and I'm cooking Christmas dinner this year for myself, the missus, a mate, aunt, mother-in-law and brother-in-law, and it's not a normal Christmas dinner. They wanted Mexican, so they're getting beef enchiladas and chicken fajitas for Christmas. Well, that just about says a lot about the family, doesn't it? Anyway, let's carry on and see what I can get done on this. That's the bass on, and I've wired up the speakers. I was right, the two front bolts were a nightmare. I had to take the transformer out again to get to that one, and I just about managed to get to that one, but I knew they would be, so now it's just to get the back on. So we'll do that. That's the monitor in, and then mounts are holding it well, so let's put a bit of light on it. Then mounts are holding it. You've got the monitor controls up there and everything's in place. I've just got to put the power lead in, the touch screen and the HDMI, and then I can put the back on. So that's, at least that's in now, because the rest is just cosmetic, so I thought I'd at least get this done, but it doesn't look too bad when it's all laid out like that. Okay, that's all the wires in for the HDMI and the touch screen. Got the external USB port and all the wirings done. Yep, stop flicking. All the wirings done, the mains, and we got the fan connected up, so all that's got to be done now is to put the back on and to actually find a kettle lead, so I couldn't find one, and maybe we can test it. And I also forgot to get a fuse today. I have to search out one of them. Okie dokie. Looks like it could be a switch on today, just to see whether it works or whether it goes bang and just ends up in a load of blue smoke and burning wood. That's the back on. I've noticed maybe I should have put a couple of blockers, because when you do the screws up it pulls it in, and you can see a white line the same as what there is down that side, so I might just go over that with some black paint and a brush. You're fine that side, it's just the back and that side, but that's what you get by using 3mm stock. I tried the inkjet printed vinyl, or that, it's not come out much good, but then maybe I should have chose a better album cover than that one, because I forgot on transparent printers don't print white, so it might be good for some album covers, but definitely not that one. Right, now I'm going in search of a fuse and a kettle lead, but also I want to set the laser up to try and cut them knob indicators at the front. That's with the bezel on. I want to do something with the bezel rather than keep it black. I might go rust, the same as that, but I must admit it looks, being all black, looks pretty bland at the moment. But I tried for the indicators, I tried some different things just before. You've got that one, which is actually metallic brush pen that I put on the wood. That hasn't come out too well. I then tried some gold acrylic paint that has come out not too bad, and I've just cut one with the double yellow paint that I got down. Let's have a look at that. That does look a lot better, I think. Look, you can't see it as he drops it, but you can see the difference. That looks much more vibrant. So put that on there. What's that look like? And you might notice I added a main there, and the left and right, bass and treble, sub, volume and frequency. Let's see if I can bring you in on that. No, that's about the max. But that one looks okay. I wonder if I can actually fit it behind the knobs. Those, I'm wondering whether to either spray them knobs or try some new knobs, maybe a little bit thinner, because these are really close together. But I'll sand the edges and paint them black. And for some reason it looks like on that corner there it's come out a little bit yellowy for some reason. I don't know why. I definitely don't know why. No, it's cut in there fine. I can just go over that with a bit of black though. So I think that's going to be the final one. I might try some chrome paint if I can find any, because I've still got to go in search for that fuse and the kettle lead. But on the positive side, about a quarter of an hour ago, had a call from the vet and they managed to get blood out the cat, and the cat's a match, so they're going ahead with a transfusion a little bit later. and then we'll take it from there. And yeah, me and the missus are under no illusion that this is probably last chance. If she goes downhill after this, then it's God's will, basically, because her immune system is just attacking the body. She's regenerating red blood cells, and the body's attacking them and killing them almost immediately. So, and they don't know why. So we'll have to take it as it comes, but at least she'll be home. So right, let's go and look with that kettle lead and the fuse and have the big switch on and wait for the blue flash and bang. Marvellous, isn't it? I was in the garage a few days ago, found 2 kettle leads. I thought I'll put them to one side because I'm going to need them. Can I find them now? No. That is what you get when the garage was an absolute mess. So I put shelving in and tidied it up. Can I find anything now? No. Could I find anything before I tidied it? Yes, I knew exactly where it was. Now it's all neat and tidy to keep the missus happy. I can't find jack shit. And me fuses, I had a tall backpack that was just for electrical stuff, and that had a box of fuses in it. I can't find the electrical backpack now, so I don't know. Anyway, I managed to find another one and I found a fuse, but I just come back down here and I thought, hold on, because there was something niggling at the back of me brain. I thought I better double check that. So I've just gone back up again, checked the monitor, and it's a 12 volt supply, not a 5 volt supply. The USB was for any LED stuff that I was going to put in there, which I've avoided so far. So I've got to take the back off again now and do another lead to go to the monitor. And the back was a bit of a bitch to get on, to tell you the truth, but right, I suppose I'll do that now, and then we can go with the switch on. Okay, that didn't take too long. I just took the barrel adapter off of the USB plug and just made up my own 12 volt lead. But what I didn't know, and what none of you told me, is these do not take normal fuses. They take glass fuses, which I haven't got, and I don't know if I can't think of anything that would have a glass fuse in. So that has sort of royally bollocksed the turn on today, because I'll have to go on Amazon now and see what glass fuses are available on there for them to come tomorrow. I honestly can't think of what I would have a glass fuse in. So let's go in search of a glass fuse. Okay, well that sucks. I ain't got nothing I can find that's got a glass fuse in it, and that's, I've just been down wormhole 20mm, 30mm. I think they're 20mm fuses, They got a selection box on Amazon for £5. Deliver it tomorrow, so I might go for that. And whilst I was doing that, I thought I'd double check everything else, like the amperage and the what is it, the computer's 3 amp, the amp's 3 amp, and the screen is 2 amp. So I'm using 18 gauge wire that handles up to 15 amp, and the transformers 10 amp. So that should be okay. But then, looking at these specs and everything, and the pictures of what I bought, it's not going to work because I haven't connected up the audio from the PC to the amp. So I've got to have to back off again and run an audio lead. So I'll do that now, and then that's really about all I can do for today on that. Tried a little bit of Tamiya flat black as a little piece of touch-up paint on the corner there, but I don't know whether that's going to work because you can see it. But it's coming up to, well, it's 10 to 4, so I'll call it a day for today, and I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully, when we can switch this thing on. I'll do the rest of the stuff, the wire in the back, and I've got a couple of other things. Like as I said, I might spray that rust, see how that comes out. But yeah, have a good evening everyone.